Villagers are stupid. Welcome back, everyone. This is Zade. I am back on the TooCrafty Vanilla Amplified SMP server, if you didn't recognize the storage room here. And you may be able to hear the villagers down below. I think the guys we're going to get some trading done with are like right under here. But today, that is not what we're going to work with. No, today we're going to abuse villagers for a completely different purpose, and that purpose is sitting right here. Whoa, and an Enderman just went flying past me. Let's get up here and take a look at what I have mostly finished building. And there's a zombie in there. Hi, you don't belong. Now, here's a good view right here. So, right there. Recognize it, maybe, kinda. Might resemble something if you know anything. That is the framework for an Iron Golem farm. This is just your old classic Doc M design, updated for the newer versions. Of course, you don't need quite as many doors and villagers anymore. I actually have more doors on here than needed, but I liked the more symmetrical look of the thing, so that's why I've got the doors there. I went with some clay trim and then stone. I wanted it to kind of blend into the theme we've been going with so far, which is a lot of heavy stone stuff. But I thought the browns also kind of went with the hillsides around it and gave it just a little bit of color without making it too flashy. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Don't mind the ladder on the side, that's temporary. What we need to do now, let me come inside. If you have a keen eye and you know much about Iron Golem farms, you'll notice this is actually 1 too tall. And that is because the floor, which we can look at from underneath here, went with a nice little, just something not too snazzy, but I didn't want it to just be a solid color on the bottom. So I've got just kind of this little design going. But that is actually the extra layer. I decided to make the bottom floor 2 blocks thick so that when we come and put the water on the bottom layer, it won't drip out of the bottom of the farm. And since it's so low to the ground and all that kind of stuff, we don't really want that. So when you're down here and you're looking up at it, it won't be dripping. Let's come take a look at the inside here. Inside then, of course, you can see there's just a second layer on top of that that's just pure cobblestone, and this is going to be the bottom layer of the spawn pads. The first spawn pad will be right here, and the second one we need to put in right along there. But first, I wanted to get the villagers in. I thought that would just kind of be in the way if we put it in right now. You know what I think? Right now, I'm going to fill this hole in too, so we don't have to worry about it. What we need to do is inside these cells right here, looking out, you saw those from the outside, we need to get 10 villagers inside these, so there'll be 2 in all of them, and then 2 extras anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I'll probably try to put maybe like 2 facing each side, and then the cliffs I'll put 3 on those since they're a little more tucked away. It'll look nicer, I think, having 2. Call me a perfectionist, whatever. So that's what I need to do, is I need to get the 10 villagers, and what we're going to do, I'll do most of this off camera because it's going to take a minute, but right here, we have this little hole, which if I shift and look up, lines up nicely with that corner right there. We are going to build a water elevator right here, because that's just the easiest way, I think. And if we drop down here, and you come and look in here, these are the extra villagers from the moving and sorting and stuff last time. These are the ones that are doomed to go into the Iron Golem Farm. There are actually only 9 over here, so I need to go get 1 more for the 10th villager, but that's not a problem. And then we're just going to push them right there into the water elevator. They'll go up to the Iron Golem Farm, and we will stick them in the chambers from there, just using, I've just got some minecart track. So we'll just use that, we'll get them in the farm, and we will get some golems spawning. So I'm going to go ahead, off camera, and build that little water elevator and get the villagers up into the farm. And I'll be back with you to stick them in their little pods, and we'll see if we can get some water down and stuff like that and get this thing fired up. So, villagers are stupid. I'm not really sure what happened. Alright, so I bring the water elevator up. It came in about right there. I had 10 villagers. I bring them all up. Suddenly there's only 9 villagers. No idea how that happened. And then, let's see, one of them, when I put the rail up, one of them, like this, basically, one of them ran up the rail, stood on the side for a second, and then a second one ran up and pushed him off. So he fell down there and got turned into a zombie. And then another villager, I had a gap in one of these blocks, and he like came up he came up the track in a minecart and went inside a block and suffocated in a wall. So I ended up with 7 villagers. That was all trying to get him in the first one over there. So 7 is not enough. So what I did is I shoved the remaining 7 in this corner. That's why these are in here. I tossed in a few carrots, moved the doors down out of the wall so they were at the right level, which activated a temporary village. And then with the carrots I threw in, they bred up until there were 10 of them again. So I've got those 3 filled up. I just need to pull these last 2 villagers out. And we're going to put them in this last little pod, but for some reason they're running away from the corner. Okay, here's this one. Getting them in, I'm just pushing them. Seemed like the quickest, easiest thing to do. Make sure you have the one little blocking rail here. You don't want them to go too far. If you have them out running free, you're also going to want to make it too tall so that if one runs up, they can't get out. But we got that guy in there, and then we need to get our last villager in there who's being a dork and hiding in the wrong corner. So this might take a second. Let's see if we can maybe persuade him to get out of there. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we just need to kind of keep bumping this. Where'd he go? He ran away again? No? Okay. We just got to keep bumping this into the corner. I don't have any powered track with me. But eventually this guy... Well, you know what? He's the last one. Let's just... I kind of want to keep one water up here. Whoops. For later. Or not. I accidentally killed them both. Okay, whatever. Whatever. So we'll just take you and we'll just kind of nudge you over here to this little minecart. Hey, 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 where are you going? You don't even know where you're going. There's nowhere to go. I guess I could pull the track over here if I need to. Let's try this one more time. Just kind of keep nudging, nudging. Now nudge the cart. There we go. Okay, so this part should be just quick and easy. Show you how I've been getting them secured in the pods. So we just plop that guy down. We jump in ourselves. Break that guy's minecart. Sometimes they land on top of each other, which is a pain. And then you kind of have to water them to push them out of the way. And yeah, it can be a nuisance. But once you get them in like this to get out, you're just going to want to... Why do you keep jumping? Stop jumping. I guess I can jump too. You're just going to put water right there. Jump out. Yank out the water. Easy done. And then I'm just putting on the lid here. Get rid of our extra cobblestone. And that's all there is. All the villagers are in here. As you can see, if you didn't notice this guy walking around, once they got up to 10 in there, it did spawn a golem. So we know that we've got a good village going. As far as villagers are concerned, I had to move the doors back up into the walls, so hopefully nothing's funny there. Shouldn't be. But all that's left now, and I'll cut and do this off camera because I have to get some more water. But I just need to go around this layer. Get all this cobble out of there. And this track, I guess. I just need to go around this layer. We need to do the old... put a couple blocks basically here and here, and then put water all the way around the edge. These are to make sure we don't screw it up, and then carefully put one water up there. Of course, if you don't know how to do the tutorials exactly, if you don't know how to build the farm exactly, there is a tutorial by DocM77 that's still basically up to date. It just shows more doors and villagers than you need, though. If you still do it the old way, it doesn't matter. It'll work just fine. So I've got to put all the water around this layer, and then I need to put another layer right there at this level, top of the doors there, and cover that one in water as well. And we should have full-on golems spawning. Then we just got to break out the center here and create a collection area, and then of course we need to come up with some kind of kill box for them and some hopper collections and that sort of thing, so that we can start farming our iron whenever we're online. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this water in. There's a witch over there. Let me go ahead and put this water in and get that second layer in, and I'll be right back. Alright, it's done. Like, the farm's done, the kill chamber's not done. You can see, that's the last one we did right there. Hopefully you can see that on YouTube anyway. I know it's a little smaller than it is on my giant screen here, but there is a baby chilling inside of that pod. And that is because, as I mentioned before, there are a few extra, I'm just going to pull her up here. There are a few extra doors on my design, and they must have had some carrots left in them from when I was breeding them back up a bit ago. So they had another villager baby friend in there, and that does not matter at all. So if you have that in your own farm, if you're watching this and you're maybe watching Doc M's design, for example, and you're noticing that there are different amounts, it only matters that there are at least 10 villagers. You could have like 1,000 villagers in that farm, and it would not change the way it worked at all, except for the fact that if you had 1,000 villagers in there, you're probably gonna lag like crazy, so don't do that. But yeah, beyond that, as long as you have 10 and there's a minimum number of doors you need to still have, which is actually less than it takes to get 10 villagers. I do not remember the number right now, it's been a while, but if you have at least enough doors to support the 10 villagers, you're good. I want to say the actual amount is like 16 or something, but yeah, I went with, I actually have 32 doors in this farm, and then we have at least 10 villagers. If this one's there, there's at least 11, which of course 32 doors is enough to support 11, so theoretically they should stop breeding. The only way there's going to be more than 11 in there is if, say, a set over here and this set here had a baby at basically the same time. That can happen, so I might have 12, but yeah, 32 is exactly what you need for the 11 villagers. So that's how that works. And if you're wondering why my math is wrong, because everyone always says 3 doors per villager, 11 times 3 is 33. I only have 32. That should only support 30. That should only support 10 villagers, right? No, because it's actually not 3 doors per villagers. One door is 0.35 villagers. In other words, to keep it simple, if you don't want to do math, every 20 doors gives you an additional villager. So at 20, that's my +1. And then 12 more is the last 4. And yeah, anyway, it supports 11. Just go with it, okay? Just go with it. Have we had another golem spawn? Sweet. Oh, there's actually 2 in there. Wow. So I had the one that was in there before I put the water. I actually killed that one. And then another one spawned while I was doing the water, and I killed that one. And I made this little box. And there's already 2 more in there. And it's maybe been 10 minutes since I finished the water. Maybe. Probably not even that, actually. In fact, I know it's not that because I'm watching my first clip render, and it's only been going about 7 minutes. So I don't have a kill box yet. This is just the collection box. What we're gonna do is decide if I want to use a piston crusher or some lava. Usually I would use a lava blade right here to kill these, but I'm kind of thinking I might want to leave a lot of the trees and things around here, and so if I put lava in, I have to worry about that. So we may put in a little piston crusher instead, that they just kind of fall down, hit a tripwire, and that crushes them and then turns back off. But I'll install that during the week because I'm not sure. Lava is quieter somewhat. It's quicker, not that it matters. But yeah, I'm probably going to do the pistons just so I don't have to worry about building things around lava. And yeah, hi guys. Hi. So I think that's going to do it for today. I know it's a little bit shorter, but I've been real busy this week. I actually have to go to work in the morning and it's already 1 a.m. and I've got to get this edited and compressed and stuck on the YouTubes for you guys before I go to bed, so I should probably get on that. But yeah, let me know what you think primarily of the look here. Of course, like I said, the design is basically just stock M77s. If you want to find that, just type into YouTube Iron Golem Farm. Click on the one by Doc M77. Not hard to find, has like 2 million views. Uh, but I, of course, am asking primarily about the look. What do you think of the stone with the clay, things like that? Is there anything I should add? Is there anything I should change? Things of that nature. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other suggestions for things around the base as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Next time, of course, I will definitely have that kill box set up for you already, and I'll show you whichever one I chose. And then, not sure exactly what other projects I want to start next. Like I mentioned last time, I have quite a few. You can hear the villagers down there. Maybe they're all quiet now. Stupid villagers. Oh, they must be right here. Yeah, you can hear them. We definitely want to get some trading going. Oh, I did a little trading off camera. See that? 3.5 stacks of emeralds. Because, real quick before I end the video, he's just chilling down here now. I need to get him out. There's one in a minecart in here. You. This. Get out of the way. I'm not talking about you. Move. You know what? Aha. This guy's a farmer. So what I've been doing is primarily, I've been using carrots for breeding and some other things, so I haven't been using those as much for trading. They're also a slightly worse trade. As you can see, potatoes are 16, carrots are 19. So I've been trading potatoes, and then if the potato trade ever locks, I unlock him with carrots, and if necessary, wheat, and on a rare occasion, I can just buy whatever from him, like a cake, if I need to. But we'll talk about that more in the next episode. So, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I love your feedback, so hit me up with some comments. And yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Have a good week, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.